Hey everyone, good evening. It's Wednesday, my favorite day of the week besides Friday. Wednesday, we are live at 5 on the Sisters Who Scale channel. I'm going to wait a few minutes for people to get notified. We had 18 people that registered tonight. Tonight, we're going to be talking about staying as a solo cleaner. So, staying a solo cleaner versus hiring teams and why you could be missing out, right? Why you could be missing out on a lot of revenue, okay? Let's see. I don't have anyone yet. I'm gonna just check in. Sometimes Facebook is funky. Sometimes Facebook is funky with people. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl Hasher. I am hi Michelle. Michelle is my nickname for Nanoshka. How are you? If you're tuning in for the first time, say hi. Say hi anyways. I'm very friendly. I like to see where everyone is tuning in from. I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. And so who am I if you were tuning in for the first time? If you've seen me on one of the pages, I am a cleaning boss. Okay, my name is Cheryl Hasher. I hail from the Boston, Massachusetts area. I have a cleaning company. I've had a cleaning company that I started myself with a mop and a caddy. I didn't have any money, and I was raising my child by myself, and I needed extra money to pay the bills, to put food on the table, stuff like that. Okay, so I grew my company from zero to now over 800,000. I'm happy to report, and it was a lot of grit and work and sweat and tears and all that stuff. I always wanted to help other cleaning business owners. So a few years back, I started a consulting business, a coaching business, and now here we are, helping hundreds of people double and triple their revenues. Ladies and gentlemen, they're bringing in 125, 150,000 extra a year in revenue. And I teach you what I do in my own cleaning business. So I'm an active cleaning business owner. I still show up to the office 5 days a week in the afternoon and evenings. I work with people. I have group programs, private programs. I have a store with plug and play, done for you documents, and things like that. My goal is to help you, whatever level you are on, to provide that support. Basically, in a nutshell, that's what I do. So, let's talk about who else is on here. Hi, Sarah. How are you? We have 4 people on here. So some people pop in a little bit later. Some people watch it on replay. So that's totally cool. So you're here because you're at a critical decision point. Every day you're probably cleaning, maybe not every day, but you're cleaning 15 to 30 houses a month by yourself. You're good at what you do. Your clients love you, but sometimes it doesn't feel right anymore, right? The long hours, the exhaustion from it, the constant worry about what happens if you get sick, right? The nagging feeling that you could be doing more, right? So let's face it, you started this business with bigger dreams than being stuck with a mop in your hand forever. So let's break it down. Grab a pen, piece of paper, things like that. The solo operation. The first thing we're going to talk about is the solo operation reality check. Okay, so the current state. If you're a solo cleaner, what's your current state right now? So let's look at a typical month for a solo cleaner. Usually 15 to 30 houses per month personally. That's usually, could be a little bit less, maybe could a little bit more, okay? Average revenue per house, maybe 150, 175,000, right? Monthly revenue, 3 to 6K. That's usually where you fall. Hours spent cleaning, about 60 to 120 a month. Hours spent on admin, you're probably looking about 20, right? 25 hours, something like that. Your total hours worked between cleaning and admin is in between 80 and 150 hours a month, depending. Your physical toll is high, your mental stress is significant, and your time freedom is minimal. Anyone feel like this? Does this sound like anyone's story right now? I'm going to be interactive here. Hi, Yolanda. How are you? Yolanda, I'm seeing you Friday. Hi, Tracy. Tracy, I'm seeing you Thursday. Michelle, I'm seeing you Thursday. Yay! Okay, so let's talk about the good part of staying solo. You make your own schedule, sort of, right? Not 100%. You make it sort of. You must adhere to the demand of the client's schedule. So it's like, that's what I mean. Like it's sort of your schedule, right? The good news is you get to keep all the money. We like that. You could do cash and not pay taxes. But if you ever want to buy a house or a car, you need to show an income. So this can be a bad idea to take cash all the time, right? You don't have to hire and train people. It's just you. This is a big thing for some people because some people hate training, right? Training is just one of those things you have to do, right? To get people training, getting good at training means you're working towards getting your freedom. Because if you train them so well, they can go clean your own houses. You get the freedom, right? So this is a big thing. People fear this. They fear training, right? They just don't like it. Being a solo cleaner is you can control the quality because you're the only one cleaning, right? You always know that the cleaning will be good. Okay? All right. Now, let's talk about the hidden costs of staying solo. What most solo cleaners may or may not realize is what is the true cost of their profitable business, okay? You can miss family events because you're always working. The physical wear and tear in your body, right? We know. And you've gone and cleaned 3 houses in a day. You know what you feel like, right? It's fun and exciting in the beginning because it's like you're running on adrenaline. You're like, oh my god, I'm making $600 today. You know what I mean? Like that feels good. There's a limit on your income ceiling when you're a solo cleaner. You're completely dependent on your own personal labor, right? That's another downside. There's no real business value beyond your own work. You're basically self-employed. Do you own a business? Not yet. You're self-employed, right? You own a business when you have employees. So that's what we're going to talk about in a few. So you have more of a difficult time creating a boundary barrier with your clients. Has anyone ever felt this boundary barrier? Like they'll ask you to take the dog for a walk, go get the mail, flip the laundry. Have you ever felt this, anyone? Why does this happen? Because they consider you their friend and the lines get blurred. They consider you part of the family, right? What do I mean? They ask you to feed your dogs, right? Like I said before. They treat you like a hired help when you're a solo cleaner. And that's a big drawback. Hi, Lizzie. How are you? Hi, Kelly. I'm just saying hi to everyone. Okay. So they treat you like hired help when you're a solo cleaner. There's an income limit on how much you can make, okay? With how much you can make. So that's just solo cleaning. Okay. So the scale up opportunity, which what does that really mean? It means hiring people, learning how to deal with people. People sometimes can be a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie to you. But wouldn't you rather them be a little bit of a pain in the ass and allow you to go on vacation for a week while they clean your houses? That sounds like a good deal to me. And it is a good deal because this is where I am in my business, and I'll tell you, it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. So what does scaling really mean? It's not just about hiring people. It's about building a system. You know how I always talk about a system? It's building a system that works. Here's the key phrase: without your constant presence. That is what a system is. A system is built without your constant presence. So you're not monitoring everyone, right? You micromanage. Some of you that may have helpers feel like you have to micromanage them, right? Because you haven't learned how to properly train them yet. And that's fine. That's how everyone starts. So when you scale and have multiple teams, you can serve 100 houses a week. That's only 25 accounts a week. You can eventually serve 100 houses a week. Did I say a month? A week? You can eventually you'll have 25 houses a week, then you'll have 50 houses a week, then you'll have 75 houses a week. But you can only grow as big as your systems allow you to grow, right? And that's, part of what I teach in the Drop Them Up program, how to create those systems that they work effortlessly so you don't have to be in the field all the time. Your systems that handle your client communication. That is all leveraged systems, that I talk about, right? Quality control processes ensure that you don't have to be there. That you don't have to be there to check everyone's work, right? Your marketing systems can bring in steady leads for you, right? That's what you want, city leads. You don't always want to be doing a county fair to go get a lead list, right? You don't want to do that on a Saturday when you've worked all week. Your management team, building one, teaching them how to handle the day-to-day operations. If they can't handle the day-to-day operations and going out in the field and cleaning and dealing with the clients and coming in and packing their caddies and going home and stuff, you have done something wrong, or you haven't learned how to do something right. Okay, two things: if you have teams and you're still getting quality control, there's a problem with your training, right? Okay, so at this point, when you're growing teams and you have multiple teams that are out there, now your energy, you can focus on strategy and growth. That's how you build to 100 houses a week, right? 100 houses a week is a lot. That is a lot of houses to maintain, right? Some of you may not want that many. Some of you may want 50, and that's totally fine too. That still brings in a decent amount of money. So let's talk about numbers. Let me check in and see if everyone is here. Okay. Let's talk about numbers. So as a solo, we're talking like monthly basis now. Your revenue is about 4,500 to 7,000 a month, maybe right around there. 30 houses maybe a month. Your expenses are about $500. Supplies, gas, not much. Your net profit maybe around 4, right? 4 to 5 depending on where you are. Your hours that you work, just 150 hours a month. So now this is interesting. Your hourly rate is $26.67. That's not enough, right? That's not enough when you factor in everything. When you scale now on a monthly basis, your revenue per month, we're going to pick a nice healthy number of $45,000 a month, right? About 300 houses a month. Your expenses are about 30 grand. Your labor, supplies, overhead. Your net profit's about 15,000. Yes, it gets drilled down. That's why we want to scale to big numbers. Your net profits are about 15,000. Your hours worked. This is the big one. Listen. Your hours worked are 40 hours in that month, right? You have your people. They know what the hell they're doing. They don't need you. They see you in the morning. You do the pep talk. Make sure everyone has everything they need. Make sure they have their keys and everything, and they're out the door. You're working 10 hours a week. Your hourly rate is $375 an hour. Which one would you want? Which one would you want? I might single people out. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? I'm so glad you could make it live. All right, which one would you want? Tracy, do you want a solo or do you want a scale? I'm going to pick people out. Kelly, do you want a solo or do you want a scale? Hi, Helen Hawker. And she just tagged Dusty Lewis. Hello, ladies. Hello. Kelly, do you want a solo or do you want a scale? I know Kelly's answer because she doesn't want to clean anymore. And she's working towards that. She's in the Sisters Elite. She did the drop the mop, graduated from that, went on to the graduate program, which is Sisters Elite, which is all about KPIs and tracking and scaling big numbers. And Pia wants to scale. Sarah wants to scale. Tracy wants to scale. Tracy's gonna scale. We just started working together. She's a badass. Elizabeth is gonna scale. Yep, totally. So those are the difference. So let's talk about common fears. Common fears about scaling and why they're holding you back. Because this, honestly, the reason why people don't scale is because they're afraid. That's it. Okay. Fear number 1, if you guys want to write this down, this will help you. These are all quotes. I'll lose quality control. You feel like you're going to lose quality control. When in reality, with the proper systems, the proper training, your teams can clean to your standards consistently. Many have done it. Many have scaled their companies and they maintain a higher quality than solo cleaners because they have standardized processes and quality checks. Right? Okay, that was fear number 1, is I'll lose quality control. People think that if they grow teams and they hire people, they're going to lose the quality and they're going to lose clients. Not if it's done correctly. Number two, this is a big one, but there's ways to get around it. My clients don't want to have anyone else cleaning the house but me. Who's heard that one? Fear number two. If someone has had that happen, put number two. Put fear number two. My clients won't accept anyone else. They don't want anyone else cleaning their house but you. The owner, the solo cleaner, the person started in the beginning. This is a little bit of a challenge to get over that hump, but it can be done. I did it. I had the same problem. I was in the field. Then I hired people. Then I went in the field with my people. Then I slowly had to let my people do it without me. I did it. You can't tell me that something can't be done because I've done it. So that's fear number two. Anyone have fear number two? Wishing skill. Helen, you're going to make it skill. Rewrite that. Rewrite that. I'm going to rewrite that for you. I am going to scale. There you go. There's your rewritten sentence, Helen. I am going to scale. That's right. Kelly Jenkins, I'm 2 weeks from being out of the field. Kelly just hired a second person today. Actually, fourth person. I think this is a fourth person, but 2 didn't make it, right? They always tell you to hire double of what you need. Lizzie's going to scale up in Maine. She's another badass. Yeah. She's another bad. I recognize my badasses when I see them. Okay, number 3. Have any of you ever said this? I can't find good people. I can't find good people. Here's the reality of that. The problem isn't finding good people. It's having the right systems to attract, to train, and retain your people, right? Successful cleaning companies have learned how to do this. They've cracked the code. Some of you fear the whole hiring process. I hate hiring process. I hate hiring. It sucks. I don't want to talk to people. I hear all these things from you when I talk to you all, especially the ladies that are in, Drop Them Up or Sisters Elite. You tell me all your fears. So everything I'm saying to you, you guys are telling me. So it's real. This is real stuff. This is what happens. So some of you fear the whole hiring process. And if you learn how to do it the right way, and it takes a little bit of time, right? You don't have to fear it. It's just another department in your company. That's how you have to look at things. You have a hiring department, a marketing and sales department, you have a training department, you have an onboarding and an HR department, right? That's basically what you have, right? That was fear number 3. I can't find good people. Anyone have that one? Yep. I bet some of you do. Fear number 4. Has anyone said this before? I can't afford to hire. Anyone say this? I can't afford to hire. Here's the reality. You can't afford not to hire. Because every hour that you spend cleaning is an hour you're not growing your business. You can't grow your business cleaning a kitchen sink. You are cleaning the sink. You're getting the mold off the edges. You're doing the windowsill. You're shining the chrome. You're getting the food out of the drain. You're not growing your business when you're doing that, right? Right? Make sense? Exactly, right? So it's difficult to have to clean 5 days a week and do all the required admin demands, do all the estimates. And then where does the time you need for your family, for your husband, because, he gets needy every once in a while. Husband needs attention, your kids, your aging parents. You don't have any more time because you're cleaning all the time. You're bringing the money. And then it becomes not fun. There's no adrenaline rush for going to get out new clients and stuff like that. You're tired, right? So here's the big news flash. You don't get the freedom, the freedom, the benefits you want of the freedom without the sacrifice. There's no way around it, right? Nothing good is ever going to come easy, but if you can work through it, I guarantee you, it's better on the other side, right? It's better on the other side. I've been, where some of you are right now. So I know everything you experience on a daily basis, I have gone through too, right? So, okay, so now let's talk about some good stuff. So let's talk about the benefits of growing your company, of scaling your company. You get a chance to have multiple revenue streams. How? Residential, commercial, Airbnb, window washing, power washing, all that stuff is cleaning, right? That's carpet cleaning, mobile detailing. There's so many things you can do. Let's just keep it to residential. I don't want to overwhelm all of you, but you get an opportunity to have multiple revenue streams, which you want that in life, right? Um, you get an opportunity to get what's called passive income potential. What does that mean? That means you're no longer cleaning the homes by yourself. This is passive income coming in. This is the kind of income you want to make. You want to have other people make the income for you, right? Get what I'm saying? You can build equity in your business now. You can build your business so maybe one day you want to sell it. Did you know that you could potentially sell your cleaning business for up to 3 times of its gross value? So if you're, you know, grossing $500,000, 500 grand, you could potentially sell it for 2.5 times more than 500 grand. Now you get some money here, right? You always want to have an end goal with your cleaning business. You never want to just stay on forever. I'll just clean forever. You're not going to be able to do it. Physically, you're not going to be able to do it, right? Um, you're able to plan for your retirement, right? You're going to sell the business. You're going to sell it for, even if you sell it for 2 times what it's worth, you know what I mean? You're going to be at $1.5 million. That's all right. Yeah. Right. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with that. You can make more money with $1.5 million. Your time freedom. You can have a flexible schedule. You can have vacation time. You can have family time. If you want to take off and take a long weekend, and you set up your, your systems and your cleaners, or they work on a Friday, you can take a long weekend. How great is that? It's great. I do it. I'm telling you, it's great. Um, Personal development opportunities. You can take a yoga class. You can, go to the gym or whatever. When I first got out of the field and I didn't have to clean my own houses, it felt like a vacation. It felt like I won the lottery. It was crazy. My teams were out in the field cleaning my houses, and the income was coming in. I felt like I was like stealing. I felt like I was like just given an open paycheck. I'm like, this is so cool. I'm making money. I'm sitting on the couch. No, I've never been sitting on the couch, but I'm doing something. I'm at the gym or whatever, and my teams are out making money. It is the greatest feeling in the world, everyone. The greatest feeling in the world is this. Helen, sometimes getting 2 to 3 hours sleep. Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Tracy, that's the one that had me stuck. Which one? Tell me which one it is. I'm curious to which one it is. You have to get more sleep than that. You can't function on 2 to 3 hours a night, honey. You can't do that. No, 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 no. So there's nothing like that feeling, right? And a ton of owners that, have joined me in the Drop Them Up program, Drop Them Up and Scale, are experiencing this. They're getting out of the field. Libby, we just had a call. Libby McDougald from Mississippi, formerly of Tennessee. She just had her first week where she was mop free. She didn't have to clean. She maybe checked on like one, maybe helped on another one, but like for the most part, she was mop free, right? She wasn't cleaning that week. And it was like the greatest feeling in the world. It's just nothing like that, right? You're building an empire, right? You're building an empire, right? So another thing that you get to do is you get to build your legacy. So what is that? You get to create jobs for a community. You get to create jobs. That's a big deal, right? You don't think about it like that. You get to build a sellable asset, like I was just talking about. Build it, and someone was going to come in and they want to buy it, right? You get to establish a brand new brand. That's super fun. You get to contour it, your brand ideal, your brand ambassadors. You get to contour that no matter like how you want it. Another thing is you're potentially, if you hold on to the business, you're creating generational wealth, right? You can create a business where your kids can take over if they want it, right? Some people have their kids already in the business, already working, right? So let's talk about a success path forward from here. So what do you have to do to get to this point, right? So I'm going to give you like a plan if you want to write it down. I'm like so thirsty tonight. I don't know why. So, phase 1 which I call the preparation, right? You can write down preparation, which is 1 to 2 months. Okay, what do you want to do here? You want to document your cleaning processes. You want to create training manuals. You want to set up your business systems, set up your pricing, have a pricing formula, if you will, right? And you need to develop a hiring process, right? That's the first 1 to 2 months. Let's say you're starting over. This is what you would do. You would do all those 5 things, right? You can always rewind this and like listen to it again, whatever. Phase 2, which is your first hire, which basically Kelly Jenkins, this is Kelly Jenkins, like this is what she did. Um, the first 2 to 3 months, hire and train your first team member. If you're solo, right? Transition select clients to that person. So Kelly, for example, hired Tori. She hired another lady, Ricky. She's going to be transferring the clients to these two to get her, remove her from the field, right? She has to establish, or you have to establish, a quality control system to make sure that everything is getting done, that nothing is getting missed, okay? Then, once you've streamlined this, you begin marketing for growth. Now you're at a different level. Now you have that whole system taken care of, right? I mean, it's not going to be perfect, right? It's not going to be perfect. It's never perfect when you roll it out. But then now you can start marketing for numbers, for growth, right? You can't market for growth until you have all your systems in place, right? And then now you have teams, right? So now what do you have to do so everyone can communicate with each other? You have to set up communication systems for your teams, right? You want everyone talking to each other. All right, that was phase 2. Phase 3, 3 to 6 months. Expand to multiple teams. Whether you're solo or teams of 2, expand to multiple teams. You're going to start to implement management systems. What's that mean? That means to talk about creating your tiers of management, your team leaders, your trainers, right? Because you want to replace you, right? You want to replace you. You want to, at this point, scale your marketing efforts, right? You want to do more because you're trying to grow. You're trying to grow your clientele, right? At this point, you're optimizing operations. And then you're building a support staff, all right? I'm checking in with Tracy. My fear was always, do I make enough? Do I have enough clients? You're always going to be playing that client. Oh, my shirt's all crooked here. You're always going to be playing that. Do I have enough clients? Do I have enough staff? Do I have enough clients? Do I have enough staff? It's always going to be like that. You'll see what I mean. Helen, you need to stop working 7 days. I'm going to come. You in England? I'm going to come over there and kick your butt. I think you're in England, either England or Australia. Forgot. Okay, so these are the steps that you would need to take, right? That you would need to take, actually to do this. I've worked with a lot of people. I have a lot of cleaning business owners that have been having some great freaking success. Great success. Oh my God. Sam from Vermont. She's on my side of the neck of the woods. When we first started working together, she was, solo cleaning, making a couple $1,000s a month. She went up to 25 grand a month in like 6 months, 8 months, and then got pregnant, had another child, and she was able to stay home for the most part. She had a couple of snags here and there. She was able to stay home while her girls cleaned her houses and bring in the income and run a commercial job 5 days a week. Yeah. I mean, it was a little dicey. It's always dicey here and there, right? Not all the time. It's always dicey. Then that's how you learn. She did phenomenal. Janet Baker from Idaho. She just recently got out of Drop Them Off back in the fall. And is going to be joining the Sisters Elite. She was cleaning 5 days a week when we first started working together. And she hired, fired a bunch of people, went through that, learned how to do it correctly, Last time I spoke with her, which was fairly recently, she was maybe cleaning 1 day a week, maybe just showing up, quality control, checking on this one, checking on that. But she had 6 people at that time, and she had hired, and she doubled her income, right? She doubled her income. She was having knee problems, and she needed to teach other people to clean for her. Otherwise, she was going to have a knee surgery, and she was going to be out of commission, right? That's what happens when you clean for so long. She did amazing. Libby, like I said, formerly from Memphis, Tennessee, now in Mississippi. Now she's in 2 states. She's growing. She just recently got out of the field. She's, like I said, sometimes you're going to pop back in, right? But popping back in 1 or 2 days a week just to clean a house here and check on this is better than 5 to 6 days a week cleaning all the time, right? That's how you get your freedom. They all went through Drop Them Off. And they all actually were in Sisters. Well, Janet's not in Sisters Elite yet, but she's coming. Libby and Sam were in Sisters Elite, where they got to really, really grow and create the business of their dreams, right? So every month you stay solo, you're leaving money on the table, right? You're leaving freedom on the table. So you could be potentially losing $40,000 a month, right? Sacrificing your time freedom. You're not building business equity when you're a solo cleaner because you can't sell a solo model. And newsflash, ladies, you can't sell a cleaning business list for anything worth any amount of money, right? You have to sell a fully functional operating system, right? People trying to sell cleaning lists all the time. You may get $5,000 for it. Whoop de do. What's that going to do? Pay for 2 months of rent if you're lucky? That's nothing. You need to build a whole operation so you can sell it one day, right? And have retirement, right? And have retirement. So the path to scaling isn't something you have to figure out alone. As someone, myself, I've helped hundreds of cleaning business owners at this point make this transition successfully. I can guide you through the proven systems, build and train reliable teams, attract and retain quality clients, implement profitable pricing strategies, create your efficient operating systems, and scale your marketing effectively, right? So your decision point here, you've seen the numbers, you've heard the stories, you understand the cost of staying solo if you're solo, versus the opportunity of scaling. So the question isn't whether you should scale, it's whether you're ready to take the first step. So if you're struggling with hiring, if you're struggling with knowing your numbers, we should have a chat. I am about to drop them up for open registration. I open it for 2 weeks. It's opening next week. It's opening next Monday. Okay. It's opening next Monday. It's a small group of people. I don't take large groups. The general consensus is people want one-on-one help, and that's what I do. That is part of what I do that is different from a lot of coaches, is I give you the one-on-one attention that you need and that you deserve, right? Everyone needs one-on-one attention because everyone might be struggling with a different thing, right? So I'm gonna have 7 spots open. Once they're gone, they're gone. And people like the small attention. They like meeting everyone. Everyone's from a different state, and everyone kind of learns from each other at the same time, as well as the whole course and everything like that. So I'm offering a limited number of strategy sessions. If you haven't worked with me yet, and you really want to make 2025 your year, reach out to me, DM me, or type drop them off. That's the phrase that everyone says. What will we do? Right? What will we do? We're going to create a personalized scaling plan for you. We're going to analyze your current operations, identify your biggest growth opportunities, create a customized scaling map for you because everyone's doing something different. Address your specific challenges because everyone has different challenges, right? And set realistic growth targets, right? So if you want to grow, don't let another year pass you by wondering what if. You know what I mean? Don't let someone else do it, right? Get off your ass and do it. Right? Sorry, I tend to swear because I get passionate because I want so much for all of you, and I'm here to help you do it right. So book your strategy session with me. That's totally free. Let's see if what I do is a right fit for you, right? And just remember that every day you wait is another day of potential growth that is lost, right? So take the first step towards scaling your cleaning empire. Reach out to me. I'm friendly. I am friendly, ladies. Did this help? Did this help? Just help to kind of bridge, understand the difference between like solo and scaling. If anyone has any questions, if you're watching this on replay, shoot me questions. I watch this. I answer the questions. If anyone's interested in seeing how they can get more help, just reach out to me. I'm friendly. You can DM me. You can type drop them off, and I'll reach out tomorrow. I hope this was helpful. 99% of us have all started solo cleaning, so I know this is a very familiar spot. And I just want to help as many people as I can. I just want to help as many people as I can. All right, ladies, have an amazing evening. I will see you all soon. And I will, my drop them up people, tomorrow night. I will see you at 5 p.m. All right, have an amazing evening. All right, see you later. Bye.